Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam McKola, bringing you the news this morning, all the transfer headlines, news reports, gossip, everything. I've got it covered for you right here, right now, on this morning's news. And I've got one promise for you guys. I'm going to try not to talk about that former Manchester City, England, where's the number 7 at Dortmund. I'm going to try not to speak about him today because we've had loads of it, haven't it? Bid rejected yesterday, this, that and the other. And we'll come to you when we've got some proper concrete updates on that fella. I'm going to try not even say his name today. So, let's get through this video without saying his name. And we've got loads to talk about today. Christian, Romero, Kingsley, Coleman, a young lad named Mendes who somehow they've managed to chuck Harry Kane into the mix with that one. And of course, the price could have been revealed for Kieran Trippier. And is it worth it for Manchester United to be going in for him at the price that I have seen this morning? We'll be asking your opinion. I'll be bringing you those stories. Make sure you're keeping it locked by hitting that subscribe button as well on Stretford Paddock. Not only do we have morning news for you every single day, we've also got evening live videos. We go live when there's breaking news. We've got loads of stuff coming up for you over the summer with the transfer window, with the Euros and with everything else. So make sure you're keeping it locked by hitting that subscribe button. But let's get stuck into our first story of the day. And this one, basically what the Express have done here is they've used Harry Kane, the transfer chase around Harry Kane, which I'm sure is going to bring them in lots of clicks, lots of stories, all those kind of things. And they've managed to tie it to a young lad playing his football in Portugal, a young 19-year-old left wing back. Yes, because what they're saying is the chase for Harry Kane could have given Manchester United an advantage over Manchester City in the chase for this signing of this young lad. Now, Kane is expected to cost in the region of £150 million, with the England captain still having 3 years left on his contract, this article says. But that pursuit could have had the consequence of handing fierce rivals Manchester United the advantage in the race to sign Sporting Lisbon youngster Nuno Mendes. They could have gone with the Bruno Fernandes angle. They could have gone with anything here, but they've gone with the Harry Kane one. Mendes has become a regular since breaking into the team under Ruben Amorim, making 29 league appearances in the campaign just gone. The 18-year-old mainly lined up in the left wing-back role in Amorim's 3-4-3 system, helping Sporting to win their first Primera Liga in 19 years, and he could be on the move this summer with Man United linked. Do I think there's anything in this? If there's something in it, surely you don't have to chuck Harry Kane's name into there. Surely you don't have to do all those other little ploys to get people to click the link. Surely. And they still have, so I don't think there's anything in this. Obviously, keep an eye on it, but for me, this just seems like an easy way to put 2 and 2 together and get 6 and, you know, get an article out there with Harry Kane, United and City in it, which I feel is what the Express have done here. So, yeah, I'm not reading much into this one at all, to be honest with you. There's another story about David De Gea being convinced that he will stay at Manchester United and be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's number 1. Now, I know Jay covered this yesterday, but I'm still undecided on that one. And that's a big call this summer. A big call this summer. I think it could be dangerous to go into the season with Dean Henderson as our number 1 if De Gea has left the club. But also, you know, there's a big decision to be made there as well with De Gea, and that's where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will earn his money on those decisions there. And whatever he does, it's a big call. Whether it's Dean Henderson number 1, keeping De Gea as number 1, it's a big call and could have knock-on effects and consequences for, you know, both of those players' careers. Does Dean Henderson want to stay at United if De Gea sticks around? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We can't be bending and breaking to a young goalkeeper and just doing whatever just so he's happy. But it's a big decision to be made by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because Dean Henderson's a talented lad as well. I said I wouldn't mention his name today, but we've got an alternative signing to him being reported as well, which is interesting. So, who's that alternative, I hear you ask? It is Kingsley Coman. Yes, we've been here before, haven't we? Kingsley Coman, Ousmane Dembele, you know, loads of right wingers have been linked to Manchester United. Every single time we find out that Jadon Sancho deal isn't going to happen. And the Express say Manchester United want to bring Jadon Sancho, I never finished his name, to Old Trafford, but they have a plan B in case they fail to do so. They're prepared to bid for Kingsley Coman if Dortmund play hardball over Jadon Sanchez. The Red Devils are now in talks with the Bundesliga outfit over a potential deal for the England international after reigniting their interest in the winger. United have tabled an offer of 67 million for the Dortmund winger in the past 24 hours, but that was declined. They want United to raise their offer. It's likely they will, but what they are saying, Sport 1 in Germany claims United have other plans in place, and we've got that backup there of Kingsley Coman in case that other deal for that other player doesn't go ahead and doesn't happen. So that's what the talk is in relation to Kingsley Coman this morning. If you're seeing that about, I wouldn't read too much into it. And you're going to hear me say that a lot this summer. Don't read too much into it. I don't really believe this one. And you know why? That's because 99% of the stories out there are a load of rubbish, aren't they? So you've got to take them with a pinch of salt. Now, we've heard Christian Romero linked to the club before. We've got an article from Sport Witness this morning. It says United may be willing to pay 45 million euros to get the deal done. Club chief says he wants a huge amount, and this is an interesting one because Juventus own the player at the moment. Atalanta had him on loan last year. They could be looking to make that deal a permanent in 15 million euros and then selling him for 3 times that value on this summer. Of course, teams could potentially go to straight to Juventus, but if Atalanta have got that deal in place where they had that option to buy for that amount, then maybe they're going to take it out and make a quick profit. And they took the defender on loan from Juventus last summer with an option to buy. The Argentina international's fine display for La Dea saw him get the best centre-back of Serie A award. His performances have also caught the attention of United, who want to sign him in the summer, according to Argentine outlet Air de Santa Fe. I've never heard of them either. The centre-back is currently with Argentina preparing for Copa America, and he could change clubs after the Continental Tournament. It's claimed United are willing to pay 45 million euros to secure Romero's signature. Now, there's been a lot of talk about different centre-backs, Varane, Pau Torres, all these guys, etc. This would probably be someone that comes in on the cheaper side, isn't it? So maybe it's true. Maybe he's an alternative for us as a centre-half signing to the likes of Rafael Varane if we haven't got that much money or we can't raise that much in sales, because it wouldn't surprise me if United had a few options lined up. You have to do that. You have to have those options lined up. So, yeah, again though, Christian Romero, not one that I see happening, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was true and there was a little bit of interest there. Finally today, Kieran Trippier is being linked with Manchester United. We know that already. United apparently had an opening bid of around £10 million rejected. And according to reports, Atletico Madrid want £35 million, 40 million euros, something around there. Incredible price for Kieran Trippier. Now, they're coming into it with great bargaining position. They've just won the league. They don't have to sell him. He's still got a little bit on his contract. But if United want to get their deal done, it looks like they're going to have to start negotiating with Atletico Madrid. Now, I wouldn't mind Trippier coming in, but for 35 million quid, I'd rather give the lower chance or Ethan Laird a chance or something like that as the backup to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This is one that I think will happen. Me and Jay were talking about it on the Transfers live show. I think this one will happen, and it will probably be one of the last deals that happen in the transfer window. I think United will be quietly confident Trippier will want to join. They'll be quietly confident they can get a deal done, and I think they'll leave it to the end of the window to kind of see how much budget we've got left, because it's not a priority signing, but it's a signing that I'm sure we'd like to strengthen in that position. And it makes sense too as well. So Trippier could be available for around £35 million. But I'm sure United will try and get that down. And surely he's the only one with a release clause of, you know, that isn't 100 million plus. Those release clauses in Spain are normally crazy. That's it for today's news, guys. Let us know what you think in those comments below. Christian Romero, alternatives to Jason Sanchez, and of course that release clause for Trippier. Should Manchester United pay that, or should we look elsewhere? Should we look within? Diogo Dalot, Ethan Laird, couple of right backs knocking about. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Like, comment, share and subscribe. We'll be back with loads of content today. Until then, see you in a bit.